Do you like this band? Me too. Slipknot has some of the most insane riffs, and if you want to play them, you gotta know how to approach it. But don't worry, today I'm gonna show you step by step how you can shred Slipknot. And so without further ado, let's jump right into it. If you want to shred Slipknot, you need to master all of these 6 techniques: alternate picking, down picking, trills, gallops, tremolo picking, and pitch harmonics. Once you master all of these 6 techniques, you can absolutely shred any Slipknot song you want. And so let's first of all understand, how do you actually master each and every technique? So this is when the result equation comes into place. So the result equation is a mathematical equation that explains exactly how to build results in anything when it comes to the guitar. The equation works like this: result equals technique plus progressive overload times volume of practice. Now let's explain each one of these variables. And so result is the result we want. It's the goal we set to ourselves. I want to master down picking, I want to master trills, I want to become a master pinch harmonica. Next, technique is about learning the technique, learning the proper form of what it is that we want to master. So for example, if we go to the gym and we want to develop our chest, not just bench press, however the fuck we want, right? We will learn about the proper form, about the little nuances that determine if we do the exercise correctly. So it's the same thing here with the guitar. Progressive overload is a concept from the gym which allows us to see results over the long run. It basically argues that as we progress and become better, so we will increase the difficulty of what it is that we want to improve. And the last one, volume of practice. Volume of practice is basically the measure of amount of times we practice. It's the amount of minutes we practice a certain technique. So we will start the video by understanding the proper technique of each of the techniques required for Slipknot. So the first thing is alternate picking. So the technique for alternate picking, gallops, and down picking is pretty simple. And by the way, there is a reason I say all these techniques at once, because the form for these 3 techniques is exactly the same. So remember, for down picking, alternate picking, and gallops, you want to do 3 major things. The first one is when you pick, when you down pick, when you alternate pick, and when you gallop, you move just the wrist and not the forearm. But I will always do this. See how my wrist is moving but my form doesn't move at all. This is key for these 3 techniques. The second thing you want to make sure you do is use the minimum movement. And so even if you move just the wrist but you move it like this, you will still not play fast, you will still not master the technique. The last one, after you move just the wrist, after you use the minimum movement, is to use the minimum effort. And so I can move just the wrist and I can use the minimum movement, but if I stress my hands and I try really, really hard, it will still not be good enough. And so you need to relax it and use the minimum effort. Now let's move into pinch harmonics. So I'm assuming you already know the basic for pinch harmonic, but there are 2 things which might prevent you from actually producing the pinch harmonic in a clear way. One of them is digging too hard into the string, and so a lot of people will do pinch harmonics like this. See that I can't even produce the note. And why is that? Because I try super hard, I try too hard, I push too much into the string and then I block the note from actually ringing. And so you don't want to do this, you want to be more relaxed. Now there is the other extreme of people who don't use their thumb enough, and then this happens. See that right now the note is being produced, but it is not pinch harmonic. And that's because I don't use my thumb enough. And so you don't want to be in the first group, where you push too hard into the string, but you don't want to be in the second group either, where you don't even use your thumb. And so you want to be somewhere in the middle. You want to use the thumb, but not dig into it too much. One tip that can help you is just pick it normally, but use your thumb a little bit. So don't do this. Don't pinch the string. But what you want to do is to just pick it with the thumb, like this. The way you know if you're doing pinch harmonic right is if you can down pick with pinch harmonics. Now trills. So I don't care whatever any shitty YouTuber told you, but trills is not just moving the pinky fast. If you just try to move it fast, it won't work. because there is only so much speed you can use when you're doing this, when you're doing hammer-ons and pull-offs. And so what you want to do, and this is really fucking important, when you're doing trills, you want to vibrate your fingers. So you see, it's not just moving it fast, it's vibrating it. So I want you to take your hand and just do this, like you're holding the fret, and vibrate the other fingers. For example, your pinky. Really vibrate it and feel it here, feel it in the forearm. Okay? Now I want you to try that in the fretboard. Now, in the beginning it will be horrible, and that's completely fine because you just learn it. But you need to continuously practice it every single day. And so what I want you to do is every time you grab the guitar and start your workout routine, I want you to put on a timer of 20 seconds. And for 20 seconds straight, you're gonna just drill the fastest you can. When you do it every single day, you will improve tremendously. And finishing with the last and one of the most important techniques for playing Slipknot, which is tremolo picking. And so like with trills, tremolo picking is not just about moving your hands fast. No, it's about vibrating your forearm over here. You need to vibrate it. And so it's not like alternate picking where you move just the wrist like this. Here you actually want to put the force from the forearm, but you want to vibrate it. And so you take your hand, you vibrate it like this. Then you take the pick and you try to do it in the string. Also for this, what I want you to do is to put on a timer of 20 seconds and just vibrate it the fastest you can. And so yeah, that's all I got. If you want to meet and speak and connect with like-minded people who are all guitarists and are all Slipknot fans, make sure to join the Slipknot Guitar Master Discord server where we talk about Slipknot and guitar and mastering guitar to play Slipknot. Rehearse all the steps outlined in this video and really take action on this because it will change your life. Subscribe to the channel for more motivational videos, Slipknot guitar covers and Slipknot guitar lessons. Share this video to a friend who might need it. Stop being a pussy and fuck this shit. Bye!